The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.
Heard the one about the Irish dog, the English dogs and the Scottish dogs. That's right, they all took their chance in the first Greyhound Classic final of 2007, the John R. Weir Scottish Derby final, worth £20,000 to the winner. With all the action coming up from the full to the brim Shawfield on a super smashing great tartan coloured The Dogs.
Coming up on this edition of The Dogs, all the big race highlights since we've been away. Perhaps you can find the winner of the Coral Regency as we look back at Thursday's heats. And we visit the kennels of Monmore trainer Pat ROSNEY.
A month's a long time in greyhound racing, and since we've been away, Charlie Lister's wrapped up another Betfair Trainers Championship.
Zigzag Dutchie goes on to score 2 Cockney Beeves, and then came 1 Blonde Sheriff.
Back at Hall Green, Larkhill Bird produced the goods in the Bet Direct Prestige final. It was a pace and power show from Michael Walsh's bitch.
Around the second last bend for the Bet Direct Prestige, and it's last year's winner Westmead Olivia who's hit the front here from Larkhill Bird. Tyler Tom, the pace centre's fading. Larkhill Bird on the inside, just getting up by a head. Larkhill Bird from Westmead Olivia.
Team Lister were back again, claiming the William Hill Pall Mall at Oxford.
It's Ballymac Charlie then with a lead of 2 lengths over Blonde Joey in second place. They come round the final bend, and Ballymac Charlie for Charlie Lister leading the way round off that final turn from Blonde Joey in second. Then comes Roswell Starship. Ballymac Charlie first wins the William Hill Pall Mall final.
Next stop Peterborough, and a name to remember for veterans races, Roxholm Silks.
As we go around the third turn, and it's Roxholm Silks leads the way round here by 2.5 lengths. Clash Derby and Castle Kerry Blue in chase, but Roxholm Silks has made all here.
And one to note for marathon races.
Spanky Move out in front, leading here by 3.5 lengths from Saruk Salsa. They come round the final bend, and Spanky Move, the favourite, will win, and win well, going further away.
But the richest race of the night had a Westmead as favourite, Westmead Prince from the Nick Savas School of Excellence.
And away they go, and racing out towards the first bend. What a start from Westmead Prince out in front early on. Here comes 5, he's on fire. Who's sandwiched there is 4. Conquer All got in the mix, but 3 Westmead Princes are trying to make all here by 4 lengths from 4. Conquer All in second. After these comes 2 Bonville Buster. They reach the third turn, and it's Westmead Prince for the Savers. Westmead Prince here by 2 lengths. Bonville Busters eating into the lead. Westmead Prince by a length wins the Macaulay's Peterborough Puppy Derby final.
So Westmead noted more for his early pace than his strength and stamina, and more success for Sava and his chief owner, Bob Morton. And so the bandwagon rolled on to Glasgow on Saturday in the famous old Shawfield Stadium. Punters held sway in their battle against the bookies.
Arms aloft for Hey Jasper, he wins.
Larkhill Bird is in unstoppable form at the moment, even more impressive than she was at Hall Green. One favourite who did struggle was Calzaghe Frisbee after a rough ride.
There's bumping going on. Watch out for a big finish here. Farlow Premier, and saving time across the line together.
The puppy race on Scottish Derby final night always throws up a good winner, and there was plenty of quality on show, led by Ted Soppett's Calzaghe Joe and the Julie Bateson trained Hot Pot Minala Cruiser, a favourite in 3.
Minala Cruiser's got a flyer. Minala Cruiser by 2.5 lengths going into the first bend. After these comes 2. Marshall's Riley moving off there, hampering in the process. Trap 5, Calzaghe Joey as they head down the far side. And at the moment it's Minala Cruiser. Julie Bateson's runner by 4 lengths at the moment from 2. Marshall's Riley. After these comes 5, Calzaghe Joe in second place. They come around the final turn, and trap 3, Minala Cruiser, belted out of the boxes, loves to be in the middle and has won well. A race full of promise though from the runner-up also, Calzaghe Joe.
Victory for Minala Cruiser completed in runaway style, and he continues to be one to watch. Shawfield is attracting families to the track once again, and the young and the old had one name on their lips only for Scottish Derby glory: Fear Haribo. Looking to improve Charlie Lister's record in the event, the same trainer and owner Simon Wooder struck with Fear Me 12 months earlier. Opposition to the favourite was headed by Irish Raider, the Paul Hennessy-trained Groovy Stan.
They're off, they're racing up towards the first bend. Fear Haribo comes away running, great early pace from Groovy Stan as well. Fear Haribo's got the legs of him to go round in front. What a roar beside me as Fear Haribo kicks on. This is so sweet for Charlie Lister, surely. Groovy Stan is off in chase. There's 2 lengths between them. After these comes 3. Cargrove top. They spin off the final bend. It's Fear Haribo with a lead of a length over Groovy Stan, who's making a real race of it. Fear Haribo holds on from Groovy Stan. Running on well was Brewing Well Storm back in 3rd.
A new sponsor, a great race, a fantastic winner, and a superb effort from the runner-up. But it was the brute early pace shown by Fear Haribo which proved decisive, and the cheers rang out for the winner pretty much from traps. He'd roared to the front, and the Irish Raider kept up the gallop all the way to the line in behind. But Ian Melvin, the lone piper, once again greeted the classic champion and Charlie Lister.
Charlie, that's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a good dog. He missed his break a bit last week, but you know, I know he can come away, and he's a very good dog.
Do you think you were a bit worried when you saw Groovy Stan coming up behind him?
Not really. I thought that he gets this trip all right, you know, and I think he's a really top class greyhound, like, you know.
This is fine for you now, Charlie. They'll be giving you the trophy to keep soon.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, pleasing. When you're getting older, starts when you keep winning another one.
The John R. Weir Scottish Derby Trophy is raised aloft, but the story of Fear Haribo may be just beginning. Wimbledon and the English Derby now beckons.
Our next live Sky meeting will be from Hove for the final of the Coral Regency on the 24th of April. Last Thursday, the track staged the 6 first-round heats over 695 metres. In Heat 1, Shelbourne Amber, drawn in the stripes, was the 4-5 favourite. The hare, and there they go, and what a start there from trap 2. Westmead Annie very slowly away with 6, Shelbourne Amber. Already Westmead Annie's been challenged for the lead by Centaur Scott, that went rushing up. A 1 just forced to check there, looking for space. Life's Lucky, and carries out 5, Brave Mentor. The others in a bit of trouble at the moment, Droopy's Lear and also Shelbourne Amber. The first and second favourites are 5th and 6th. They head down the far side, and Westmead Annie with the lead now over a length and a half clear from 4, Centaur Scott. After these comes 1, Life's Lucky, as they come into the second last turn. Westmead Annie still with this lead of 2 lengths over 4, Centaur Scott. Shelbourne Amber with a mountain to climb to qualify. They come around the final bend, and it's Westmead Annie for Wayne Wrighting, will win by 2 lengths. Close for second, 4, Centaur Scott, just getting second ahead of 1, Life's Lucky. In Heat 2 of the Regency, Spiridon Louis in trap 2 was sent off the 6-4 favourite for Lorraine Sams. Next in the ring was Droopy's Rakelme at 5-2 from trap 4. Spinning around and away they go, and racing up towards the first bend. Nice start from Shelbourne Queen on the inside. It's going to lead him into the first turn. Trying to improve on the outside there is 6, Highly Tried, but being blocked off by 4, Droopy's Rakelme, who runs particularly wide around that second turn. Shelbourne Queen in front. Here comes Droopy's Rakelme to try and challenge, looking for space 3, Chaos Kids as well. After these comes 6, Highly Tried. Spiridon Louis lying in 5th place at the moment, trying to make a little bit of headway down the far side. Droopy's Rakelme, though, he leads at this point of the race. Spiridon Louis is looking for space on the inside and is getting a run. Also coming with a run, Classy Star. They come around the final turn, and Spiridon Louis chooses the right way to go round and nips through on the inside and starts to quicken on. It's Spiridon Louis who will win impressively in the end, beating Classy Star back in second. That was the quickest time of the night, 41.65 from Spiridon Louis. Heat 3, and the favourite here at 1-2 was Fulden Special for Derek Knight. Second in the betting was Iceman Brutus in trap 1, sent off at 3-1 for Lance Burford. And there they go, and trap 4, Hellraiser Ollie is quick to stride here. 1, Iceman Brutus not too far away. Pevensey Prince is going up fairly quick as well as they come around the first couple of ends. And the lead here with trap 4, Hellraiser Ollie out in front here from 5, Pevensey Prince. 1, Iceman Brutus in third place as 2, Aaron Bluebell goes back into 4th as they head down the far side final time. Hellraiser Ollie has done all the donkey work, it's still there. Leading down the far side for Maria Collins. We could be in for a shock if this one lasts home. It's still Hellraiser Ollie here. Some 2.5 lengths clear as they come around the second last bend. Pevensey Prince is trying to close but not making any impression upon Hellraiser Ollie. Hellraiser Ollie the winner. Close on thing for second, just in second place, Pevensey Prince from Blissful Classic. In Heat 4, we had joint favourites Go Princess in trap 4 and Got Any Gossip in trap 6. They were both sent off at 7-4, but Derek Knight and Seamus Carhill. And there they go, and racing up towards the first bend. Got Any Gossip on the outside is pacing up well here with 1. Look out for Lisa on the inside. They've gone clear here by about 3 lengths over trap 5, who's come in towards the rails. She's the deal. Then we've got 3, Farley Hill Fifi towards the back at the moment. Don Supreme and Go Princess. They go around the third turn, and look out for Lisa's taken over. Look out for Lisa. She leads here by 1.5 lengths over 6. Got Any Gossip. They've drawn about 3.5 lengths clear from 5. She's the deal as they come down towards the business end of the race. And Got Any Gossip glides past. Look out for Lisa as they come around the final bend, and it's going on now. Got Any Gossip for Derek Knight leading around the final turn and starting to draw right away. Got Any Gossip wins here and wins well from Look Out for Lisa in second place. Go Princess ran on for third. Well, Derek Knight was represented in a Heat 5 here with Geordie Bill, a litter brother to Got Any Gossip, who's won our previous race. Also in the race here we had Shelbourne Holly, who was sent off favourite in trap 2 for Nick Saba. And there they go, racing up towards the first bend, and 1, Geordie Bill is away fast here. Not much room there for Shelbourne Holly on the run up towards the first bend, and it's been squeezed out around the outside. Stardom Girl is pressing also for the lead, but now Geordie Bill kicks. Geordie Bill with a 2-length lead here from Stardom Girl racing in second. After these comes 3 on the inside, Local Knowledge. They're beginning to get to grips of the others, headed by Shelbourne Holly on the inside as they head down the far side final time. And Geordie Bill, he's building on the lead here. He's gone about 4.5 lengths clear from in second place, Local Knowledge, being tracked all the time in third as they come into the home straight here by Stardom Girl. They come off the final bend. Geordie Bill perhaps getting a little bit tired. Local Knowledge pressing all the way. Geordie Bill completes a double for Derek Knight. Local Knowledge back in second. Stardom Girl in third. And so on to the final heat, Heat 6. Even money favourite here was Swift Jade, drawn in trap 1 for trainer Darryl Porter. 2-1 Westmead Sam in trap 3. Bigger price the rest. Up go the lids, and a slow break from trap 5 there. Buttevant Tom into the first bend they go. Swift Jade lying in about 3rd or 4th place at the moment as they come round the first turn. And going on at this early stage, Serok Gypsy leading here from 3. Westmead Sam. After these come 6, Free as Air. Then we've got 1, Swift Jade, as they head down the far side for the final time. A little bit of bunching up front. Oh, Swift Jade, the favourites clip the heels there of trap 2, Serok Gypsy. And 6, Free as Air, finds itself marginally in front of Westmead Sam. After these comes 4, Shine Fantasy trying to stay on. They come round the penultimate turn, and it's Free as Air leading here by 1/2 length from 3. Westmead Sam, a good race between them. In between them comes Shine Fantasy. It's just trap 6, Free as Air from Shine Fantasy. Westmead Sam qualifies in third. The semi-finals of the Coral Regency take place at Hove this coming Thursday. Classy Star, I think, has got every opportunity in trap 6 for John Coleman after running such a good race behind Spirit on Louis. In the second semi-final, bit of a gamble here on Westmead Annie, I expect, for Wayne Wrighting's runner. Geordie Bill seems to move off at the first bend. And the third semi-final, it could get messy. Thought Local Knowledge might surprise, but I'm going to go with Spirit on Louis to work its way through the field.
Coming up after the break, we're off to the Lancashire kennels of Pat Rosney. While most eyes were on Fear Haribo in Saturday's final, Monmore trainer Pat ROSNEY's gaze was firmly fixed on Trap 2, his runner Breeze Hill Julie. Despite running down the field, she delighted the team at Leyland in Lancashire with her progress, and they all enjoyed the ride at Shawfield.
Very proud of her. It's great to get any Derby finalists. We were runner-up with a dog called Bomber Graham a few years ago, and it's great to be back in there again, you know, and I suppose it's everybody's dream to have a Derby finalist. We've been lucky enough now to have 2 or 3, and it's great, you know, and especially with a bitch. I think she was the only bitch in the competition started out. She's certainly the only bitch in the final, and you know, they make good breeding prospects after you. You've got Derby finalists, and she's terrifically bred as well, and you know, she's got a great future even after her racing career's over.
A tremendous breeding prospect she might be, but at the moment Breeze Hill Julie is starring on the track. At Nottingham recently, she beat her dog counterparts to win the Carling Guineas and has a great record at the Colic Park track. She's one of several smart bitches Pat has right now, including Penny's Minx here, and fellow open race winner, the useful Four-Quill Moth.
Yeah, we like bitches, we target bitches, and they're a type of greyhound that I try to encourage owners to buy. I think they're better value for money than the dogs, and you've also got that other career when they're finished, if needs be. You know, you've always got something to fall back on if anything goes wrong.
Another one of your top quality bitches in the kennel is Moya Queen.
Moya Queen's a smashing pup. Came into us as totally unraced. She's owner bred by Michael Gargan in Bolton, and Michael breeds some smashing dogs and supports the kennel superbly, and he said to me this was the best that he bred when he brought her. She got beaten a few A7s starting off, and I was beginning to wonder whether what we were doing wrong or what he had seen, you know, but she suddenly found her feet and she won 8 on the bounce at Monmore, which is a post-war record, they tell me, and she eventually then got Greyhound of the Year for 2006 at Monmore, and it was a smashing achievement. Her mother, Toss Small, which I also trained, she was bitch of the year in Bellevue when I was attached there. So it was a great double for mother and daughter, you know, but she's a smashing bitch, and she could well be a real Oaks contender by the end of the year.
As former head man and assistant trainer to Jimmy Gibson, Pat is no stranger to Oaks' success. He took over the kennels at Leyland when Jimmy took semi-retirement, and with them 2 old favourites, Bomber Graham on the left here and Talk to the Hand. But it's not just been about the Oaks. Pat and Jimmy Gibson sent out Pilot Alert to reach the Derby final and go off favourite in 2002. More recently, Vatican Jinky has successfully flown the ROSNEY flag, and unlucky in running second to Droopy's McAndrew in the Northern Puppy Derby final at Sunderland, gave the kennel real Derby ambitions for 2007. He's currently on the sidelines after a stop-start beginning to the year, but Paddy's confident he'll come right.
He's a very easy dog to get fit, so it wouldn't take long to get him fit. You know, he'll come to hand very quickly, and he was off for 3 months there, and he come back and he'd done 2 very good sprint trials, and the 480 will pose no problems to him. It's not a case of getting runs into him to stay that trip. He'll have no problem with that trip, and his future, I would imagine, will lie over even further. But I wouldn't like to say either way at this stage. I'll be a lot happier when I see him do another trial as good as them first 2.
And how about the format of a competition? Quick runs over a concentrated period, do you think he'd like that?
Don't think it'll bother him in the slightest. He's a tough dog. He's by an American sire. Shouldn't pose any problems to him whatsoever.
Now let's hope he does make the Derby and after Derby, you think possibly his future's over further?
Yeah, we hope so. The man who owns him, Robert Ferrari, he's a Stayers fan, and he was originally bought, you know, to go over longer distances. His mother would be a litter sister to Tinra Lad, who was a very good stayer, and that was what he was bought for originally. He's turned out to be very good at four bends, but he could just be brilliant over six bends if everything goes to plan.
Pat also has a decent team of stayers, led here by Jet Heart Joe. While Seathwaite Robbie will lead the kennel's 8-bend campaign. His stamina clear to see when winning over 6 bends at Nottingham earlier this year. Watch him finish from 5.
Had a good year last year when we stepped him up to 8 bends. Broke 2 track records, Sheffield and Nottingham. Ran some very good races. He's a dog that doesn't really know how to run a bad race. Yeah, he always gives you a run for your money, that dog, and smashing dog to have around the place. And this year he should be in his prime for marathon racing, and we'll be aiming him at all the big marathon races, no matter where they are.
It's a small team at Leyland. Pat's partner and assistant trainer is Julie McComb, daughter of Bellevue trainer June, while Ray Priest provides huge help as kennel hand. It's a tight ship Pat ROSNEY sailed, but one which works, says Julie.
It's a nice handy little setup, you know, everything's sort of under the one roof. We've got the gallop and, you know, we've got sort of all the facilities are at hand.
Plenty of racing, both graded and open racing. It's 24/7, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. You know, we never get a day off. You know, we get a couple of days off to go to the Coursing Festival in Clonmel. That'll probably be about it. But you never know, we might get a holiday this year.
Ooh.
He says I can. I might take him up on that.
Of course, you're steeped in greyhound history, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been going to the dogs since I was about 4 or 5 years old. Mum and Dad, they were brought up with greyhounds. My mum trains at Bellevue. Unfortunately, my dad passed away about 4 years ago. But yeah, I've been going to the dogs since about 4 or 5 years old, flapping, and then obviously progressed to licence racing.
And how did you meet Pat?
Met him at the dogs, at Bellevue, yeah.
With a team of both graded and open class runners, Pat and Julie's work is non-stop. But when time does allow, plans are hatched, targets set. So what are they for 2007?
We had 64 open race winners last year. It'd be nice to better that. A few more good finals would be very welcome. And but you know, anything along them lines of what we achieved last year. It was a good year last year, and if we can do that again, it'd be smashing.
Now a look ahead to the open race action coming up over the next few days. The Regency semi-finals take centre stage at Hove on Thursday, and Walthamstow stages the heats of the Ocean Trailers Puppy Stakes. On Friday, the Blue Ribbon gets underway at Hall Green, whilst Romford has the semi-finals of the Golden Sprint. Swindon, Coventry and Harlow have opens at the weekend, and then on Monday the highlight is the final of the Grosche Grand Prix over 680 metres at Nottingham. For all the latest results, click onto the website, thedogs.co.uk. Our next live action is on Tuesday when we visit Hove on the south coast for the final of the Regency. It's sure to be a cracker, so don't miss it.
The Dogs, in association with the British Greyhound Racing Board.